gone so far away. That's why you don't care, right? Because it's so far away. I'm sorry. Wow, look at that. Speaking of getting real. Wow. Could it be any more obvious that something is being sprayed into the sky and then falling down on us? Holy shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Wow. Wow. That is fucking insane. And then look, you have like here, then you have this weird line, and then it. So we're gonna do that today. We're already starting with the reconnecting. Did you guys see this? What's happening here? We have this that's literally raining something down. You have the line, and then you have it literally falling apart. Then you have this other line that goes here, and it's a bunch of speckle clouds. Like it's what happens a lot of times after a spray, after a big line. Then you have this section in the middle where it looks like there's a transition between these clouds, and somebody took an eraser to it. And then you have nothing. You have the wisps because it's going apart, but then it's nothing. I seriously, I don't think I've ever seen a chemtrail that said as much as that one does. How does anybody look at that and think that's nothing? That's just nothing. Yeah, yeah. So the plane left the big streak in the sky, and now the streak is sort of looks like I was giving Charles a personal Gaianism. In the world we have nothing with, just victim of, or our own personal situation. The same mechanics are in place. The same hindrances. The same. I happen to be filming the greatest example of chemtrails I've ever seen. That couldn't be it. I just need to get a new internet. That's what it is. I need to get new internet. Strange, huh? Why is my feed being fucked with today? More so than usual. Look at that shit. Like, seriously, let me zoom in on it. Can I zoom in on it? Look at that shit. Perfectly straight line, and then it's literally falling apart. It's being pulled apart right in front of your face. Right in your face. All up in your Chevy Chase. We can do the impossible. We do it every day. The things we saw as logical, we prove and prove away. The lines we saw as nautical are now redrawn in space. Evolution's in your optical. Just look at your Chevy Chase. You know, it's the thing that we're up against. All of us. I literally have to keep clicking try again because they're fucking with my shit so hard today. Good morning, Matt. Look at this chemtrail, Matt. Look how telling that chemtrail is. And then look at that. Easily the most the best chemtrail evidence I've ever seen. Right there. barium and lead. That's all. That's just what we think. We have no idea. That could have just been the recipe the day it was getting tested. They're everywhere. Nothing like that. I've never seen that before. I've done a lot of chemtrail footage. I've seen a lot of chemtrails sort of falling apart and whatnot. Nothing like that. That's the best evidence I've ever seen that something is going on. I watched them spray it, actually. But I mean, it's talking to Charles today, and something, and I said, yeah, right. So I'm the Earth and something else. I can't remember what it was. But it's like, dude, I was wrong about everything. Someday, no blue sky. Yeah, that's basically how it is everywhere. Yeah, I mean, if you're in Northwest PA, then you can pretty much get an idea of what your weather's going to be like by watching my feed, because it's all coming your way. But like, the thing is, I've been doing this for such a long time. And I've been just like waiting for the world to catch up. I've been preaching this shit that the bad guys are the bad guys, and that we need to eliminate and blah blah blah. They're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, and I've just been sort of waiting. I changed into the character that I am. I wasn't always this person. And once I found my groove and like, this is who I am person, it's like just waiting for everybody else to catch up. And it's finally happening. And, what made us the outliers, what kept us from reaching people for a while, is now the thing that's going to make us the biggest and best. Because when people go look at our catalog at www.the-bilderberg-group.com, you're going to see that we've been saying the right things for a very long time. And we have this huge catalog that now fits with everything going on. And all these different songs, all these different ways, all these different topics that we were sort of on the outskirts on, we're now mainstream. We're now everything that's being talked about. The TBG could be the soundtrack for it. You could have something and for just about everything that's going on in the background of just about everything that's going on. And that was always the goal. I couldn't, I can't write anything else. I literally I've tried to do the Bacardi Party song. And it just doesn't come out. I'm not built that way. And I don't want to be that way. I want to be proud of everything I produce. I want to